So the thing is, where do I start? I want to start this journey of self-development. I hear Albert talking, you come here to come his channel, you go to other channels, whatever, you heard it already, you got inspired enough, you hear it ringing in your head, your conscience is calling you, is talking to you, is telling you, you got to start, you got to start. There's more to life. You know there's more to life. You know that there's a lot more that you're capable of doing. You're doing okay. You're doing okay. You got your world around you. It's happening. It's comfortable. It's cool. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just it's shitty and you don't like it. And you want to. You know there's better. You know capable of doing a whole lot more. But you don't know where to start. You know you're in a low place. You know you're just been trying to dig yourself out. Maybe you haven't been trying. You've just been in a low place and you want to get out of there. And you don't know where to start. The thing is, you've heard it before. And I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, but I'm not making any of this up. You just got to start. Okay, I've heard that. I've heard that you just got to start. Where? A few things you got to keep in mind before you go to the where part. Baby steps is something that I promote a lot. I push a lot. Baby steps is backed by consistency. You want to build the consistency muscle because chances are you haven't done nothing consistent on your own. Let me take that back. You do things consistently. Everybody does things consistently. Most of the time, they're bad habits that you're doing consistently. You're not doing the things that your conscience is telling you to do. You're not doing the difficult things. You're not doing work on your mind, body, and soul. You're doing stuff just the pleasure chase, the instant gratification, the desire. Oh, I want to kick it more. You kick it. Oh, I want to eat whatever I want. You eat whatever I want, whenever you want. You eat as much as you want. You rest as much as you want. You drink as much as you want. You do leisure things as much or as long as you want. You work as much as you want. You never do the things that are based within you first. So you do things consistently, you just don't do the right things consistently. So what I mean by baby steps is you're going to try these baby steps to switch the consistency. To switch the consistency of doing bad habits into the consistency of doing good habits. That takes work because whatever you've been doing for a long time, and it's gotten you to where you're at right now. So what we need to do is you got to switch your habits with baby steps. When you try to go all in, just go hard from the get, you get this spike. Like, yeah, we're doing it. It's going to change. My life's going to change. Everything's going to be better. Everything's going to be good. Most of the time, for most people, that doesn't work because it's not sustainable. You can't keep it up for a long time. You start and you're good, and then you're like, you start missing your old habits. Your world around you is just so molded to those bad habits that it's difficult to stay at that peak that you created, that high peak of, yeah, let's go. And it's happening the first of the year, or we're starting Monday, or let's go. And then by Tuesday, Wednesday, you're just kind of like, I'm just going to do this a little bit. You've been doing it for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Of course you're going to go back to it because it's just like a molded seat already that is just dialed in. But if you start with baby steps, simplicity, basic simple, it'll be consistent. 4th of July is around the corner. Around here where I'm at, 4th of July starts like in April. And it goes all the way till like New Year's. Anyways, if you heard that, baby steps will get you that momentum. We'll start slowly wiggling that tree that's been there for 20, 30, 40 years. I refer to it as rerooting the tree. Your habits came from watching the grown-ups that were around you when you were growing up that made those habits okay. They watched it and they learned it and it became their habits and it became their okay because they watched the grown-ups when they were kids do the same thing and it was okay. So now it's your life. Now you're like, shit, I want to change this. I don't want to teach this to my kids. I don't want them to live the same style. Like we heard that a lot. Oh, don't do what I did. And it's typically the classic, stay in school or yeah, just don't do what I did. Like, okay, cool. I'm down with not doing what you did because I'm not digging your life so much. But give me like a guarantee of what I should do. You're mentoring me into what not to do, and I appreciate that. Good looking out. But what should I do? Well, I'll do this because I heard this works. No, but have you done it? Because I'm gonna have questions along the way, or I want to know what to look out for and all the ups and downs and what to tolerate and what not to tolerate. Some instructions. Can you give me some instructions to follow? Step 1 through 10 is gonna get me to where I want to go. No, well, I don't know. I'm just telling you what not to do. Don't do what I did. Okay, well, that kind of like, that's, thanks. That's cool. And if you give that advice, I mean, that's also cool. That's good advice to give. Don't do what I did. But also you kind of like, okay, well then fix yourself. I talked about it earlier today in a video on Instagram. It's like, okay, tell me what I shouldn't do because you did it and it didn't work out. But what'd you do to heal yourself? What'd you do to fix it? You're still alive. So when you realize you messed up, you must have switched directions and said, okay, this path hasn't been doing very well for me. Let me switch directions and start doing this. You did that, right? And you made progress, right? What progress did you make? Teach me how to do that. You taught me what not to do. Now teach me what to do. And that's where we mess up sometimes, is that we don't go to that second part, that heal myself so I could teach others how to heal themselves, or even better, not get beat up the way I got beat up, and just get into the good path right away if what I have is appealing to them. So by starting these baby steps, it's where you base that just start concept, that just start idea. It's like, okay, cool. We talked about it earlier when I was talking about mind, body, soul, exercise, diet, wake up time. That's how you work on those things. And what that does is just, it focuses you on building discipline. Every issue that we have is a discipline problem. We don't have the discipline to handle that situation that we're going through. It's not the problem. It's just the discipline problem, and it's all lies on us. Anything that's out there that bothers us, it's all us. Take accountability for that. It's all your fault. So have the discipline to fix it. Again, we go back to baby steps. Where do I start? We'll start there. Start with you. The most important to fixing anything outside is you, the inside. So you start with mind. Exercise. I've never exercised in my life. I haven't exercised since middle school. Where do I start? The most basic thing you can do is, if you can walk to the front of the house and back. But do it intentionally. Do it with like, okay, I'm not gonna go open the door for someone. I'm not gonna go check outside and say, hey, this is my exercise. I'm not changing. I'm not getting an outfit. I'm not putting on earphones. I'm not doing nothing. All I'm doing is I'm going from one corner of the pad to the other corner of the pad, and fuck it, let's go one more. Go back. So go from your chair to the front of the house to the back of the house, and in your head, this is today's exercise. That's how basic, simple I'm telling you to start. That's how baby steps. That's how you reroot a big ass tree that's been around for generations, and you're trying to say, we don't want to be here no more, yanking it out of the ground and planting it somewhere else. And you're rerouting your lifeline. You're changing your generations after you. Because if you reroot the tree, any little ones, any youngsters around you are going to be like, oh shit, this is different. And that's going to be their okay. So now you go from walking to the front of the pad to the back of the pad. You do that. That was it. Next day, it could be like, you know what? I'm going to do that twice. Next day, you know what? Twice is cool. Next day, what? I'm going to go 3 times. And then you stay at 3 times for the rest of the week. Up, back, back. That's 3. But you, in your head, this is my exercise for the day. And then you kind of look at the calendar maybe at the week. It's like, wow, I've done it for 5 days. Like, tomorrow's Monday. I'll just do it again. Another week. I can tell you that by the end of the week, 7 to 10 days, you'll feel better And you're thinking, yeah, but I'm not even sweating, I'm not losing weight. Mind, the exercises for the mind. Your mind's going to start working just a little different because you're exercising every day. So your perception towards things, the way you see things, will start changing. Because you're changing you. What am I changing? My mind. I'm raising my vibration by doing exercise. Remember, mind, body, soul. Exercise, diet, wake up time. You did a little baby step of mind adjustment by doing a little baby step of exercise. Before you know it, you'll walk a little faster, turn it into 10 times. You're saying, it's kind of getting a little boring. Let me go outside. It's a beautiful day. Let me go to the corner and back. Maybe have a little dog or a big dog. Say, you know what, I'm going to take the dog. Maybe have one of the kids with you wants to go. But remember, you got to keep it simple. Don't make it a project. Like, get your bike, get your this, get your radio. You got to keep it simple. Basic, simple. So you don't put any challenges in the way that will make you say, I'll skip it and I'll go later. Or I'll just go twice tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. So basic, simple to where you won't skip for 10, 15 days. But don't even plan out 10, 15 days. Plan out today. I'm doing it today. And when you wake up in the morning the next day, I'm doing it today. And when you wake up the next morning, I'm doing it today. That basic, simple. Don't say I'm going to do it all week or the rest of the year. I'm doing it for a month. I'm doing 90 days. I'm doing it today and I've done it. Is a good way to say it. I've done this for a week. I've done this for 30 days. Because there's no I'm gonna. I'm gonna is just a bunch of talk. Think about it. Anybody you know in your life, from all your life. You ever meet somebody of, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this to my car. I'm going to do this to my house. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to school there. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to get this job. I'm going to go on this vacation. I'm gonna. And a lot of times, more than half of those I'm gonna, if not all of those I'm gonna, never happen. But they got a good talk. Versus the guy that you've met, like, oh yeah, I've been there. I've done that. I've done that for 30 days. I've done that for 2 years. We've been doing that. We've been going there on vacation for this many years. Like, okay, well, tell me how you did it. Share it with me. How'd you like it? Oh, they can give you a rundown on how it went. Because they got receipts. They've done it. So you do it once, you can say, hey, I did that yesterday. You do it for a week. It's like, I've been doing that for a week. So that's how you start exercising. Just starting out in a simple way. Basic, simple. Exercising. To the front of the house, to the back of the house. Do it today. And tomorrow, do it today. It'll change your mindset. Because remember, it's mind, body, soul. Exercise, diet, wake up time. And everything will start changing because you've started to change.